All right, we've been talking a lot about the heat here, right, over the past hour or so, and that's going to be our big story for the next couple of days. But there's always an angle to this. Let's bring in Paul Walsh, our business weather expert. And Paul, somebody's making money on this extreme heat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Keith, I'm at the Delaware Shore for this weekend, and the people that work on the boardwalk and the associated businesses just can't get enough of this. The hotter, the better. Venues that are outdoors, venues that have cooling areas, beaches, lakes, where Malkoff was, near that fountain, all of that has a ripple effect. And for businesses out here, for seasonal businesses and across the country that support summertime activities, it doesn't get better than this.
Now, is there a tipping point here, Paul, as far as it being too hot, especially when we talk about outdoor venues? Do you see a shift now to maybe malls that are cool if it gets too hot?
Yeah, that's a really good point. So if you can't go to the beach and stay cool there, if you're going to go golfing or hiking or other kind of things where you can't cool off, those kind of activities start to drop off. And then people start to stay indoors, going to malls, or even staying home and watching videos and staying cool. So there is a dramatic impact in terms of that ebb and flow of where we go and spend our money.
Talk to me about school supplies. Now, when I was a kid, I used to hate seeing school supplies sold this early because it's like you're cutting my summer short. But
Yeah.
Does the heat make parents not even think about buying it until it gets a little cooler?
I think it does. I think it actually sort of puts the kibosh on getting your head around back to school, because typically when you think of back to school, you think of fall. And when it's 100 degrees with a heat index higher than that, it really doesn't feel like fall. So parents will be going off. They'll be buying crayons and pens and things of that nature, but they won't be buying anything that's related to cooler weather, that's for sure.
Yeah, I could see that. And Paul, one last question. You know, I would think a place, myself, down here in Atlanta, we're thinking about going to the movies tonight. Is there an uptick in that? Because that's a really cool place to go.
There absolutely is. Both people going to movies, as I mentioned before, going to the mall, walking around, staying cool, and even staying home, watching movies on Netflix where it's nice and cool with popcorn. Because if it's outside, it's going to be brutal. So more of those people are going to be staying home, unless they happen to be at Bethany Beach, Delaware, which is where I'll be this week.
Yeah, I hear that, Paul. Thank you. Good place to be on the shore. That's Paul Walsh, always giving us some good insights. And yeah, obviously people going out to the movies or Netflix. Now, Netflix and chill means something different in most worlds, but I think in this